I've spent some amazing years in this city. And at a coffee shop not too far from here, I actually sat down with my co-founder, Jessica Santana, to create the blueprint for New York on Tech on a pile of napkins. New York on Tech is preparing the next generation of technology leaders by creating pathways for students like you to thrive in technology and innovation. Growing New York on Tech has been an amazing experience, literally, because we get to work with amazing students like yourselves who are on the path towards changing the world. However, as many of you probably know, growing an organization can sometimes be challenging. But throughout the years, and actually since I've been fairly young, I've always leveraged technology as a platform to connect with information, motivation, and mentors. While I've never met them in person, I've had the opportunity to connect with 3 highly successful mentors, whom you may know: Michael Jordan, Jay-Z, and Steve Jobs. I first connected with Michael Jordan when I was a kid. I can remember sitting on the floor with my cousins and friends, glaring into the TV screen, watching Mike play basketball. The sounds of the announcers literally screaming every time he scored a bucket was exhilarating. What I learned from Mike, and that I realized as I got older, was the importance of embracing failure. As I'm looking into the crowd, I want every one person in this room to think about a time that you failed. How did that failure make you feel? How did other people make you feel about that failure? Now keep those thoughts in your head. Michael Jordan missed over 9,000 shots, missed over 26 game-winning shots, yet we still know him as one of the greatest basketball players of all time. And in my personal opinion, the greatest basketball player of all time. And I'll debate all those Kobe fans in the crowd a little later. I want you to understand that life is a series of learning lessons, sometimes dressed up as failures. And just like playing video games, every time you fail on a board or a mission, next time around, you get better at navigating the course in front of you because you learn from your previous experiences. So the importance of embracing failure in order to learn as you move forward. As a teen, I would then connect with Jay-Z via my iPod. I would listen to Jay-Z songs over and over and over in my headphones, even while applying to college and writing my essays. Jay-Z is a successful businessman and one of the highest-selling artists of all time. I instantly connected with him, not just because of his music, but because we grew up in similar environments, both coming up in Brooklyn. What I learned from Jay-Z was the importance of unlocking your genius-level talent. Jay talks about a time when his uncle told him he would never be better than LL Cool J. Yet, Jay didn't let his uncle knock his hustle. He would go on to start Rockefeller Records, have business investments in the Brooklyn Nets, 40/40, Roc Nation, and Tidal, among others. I think Jay said it best when he said, "I'm not a businessman, I'm a business man." No matter what someone tells you, never allow them to limit your growth. The best thing you can do is prove them wrong on your way to success. Just like Jay-Z, I want to show people that no matter where you come from, you can make it. As a teen entrepreneur in high school, before giving a speech at Goldman Sachs, one of the world's most prestigious investment banks, I told myself before coming on stage that I would be a product of my environment, but a product in which my community would be proud. Going to college, I started to want to learn more about the creators of the tech products and services I was using. And that's when I learned about Steve Jobs via the internet. After completing 2 consecutive summers at an investment bank and not interested in going into the field after graduation, I decided to go study abroad in China via the Syracuse University Study Abroad program. This gave me the opportunity to take some time away from campus and connect with my next steps. Steve Jobs allowed me to see that I could be a change agent and that I could design and craft the world to look as I envisioned. So I decided to not go into the industry, but to go back to school and study technology and entrepreneurship as a Kauffman Fellow, which is supported by the Kauffman Foundation, one of the world's largest foundations globally for supporting entrepreneurship. As I look into the crowd, how many of you own Apple products? Let me see, MacBooks, iPhones, Apple Watches. We can see that impact of being a change agent that Steve Jobs has left in the room here and globally. I want you to understand that you are limitless and that Mike, Jay, Steve, and I are no different than anyone else in this room. I want you to embrace and learn from your failures, like Mike. Not let others direct what you're going to do with your life, like Jay. And most importantly, know that you can be an agent of change, like Steve Jobs. Be great, be limitless. Thank you.